Welcome to ACC Student News.
The news students can use. I'm Aiden.
And I'm Ivy. Here are this week's stories.
A 17-year-old track and football player lost his life at a Texas track meet when he was stabbed in the heart over a confrontation over a seat. Texas high school football star Austin Metcalf was stabbed by a 17-year-old from a different school. According to the victim's father, the son got stabbed when he asked the suspect to leave the school's tent. According to the police report, 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony admitted to stabbing him but claimed it was self-defense. A witness told police that Anthony reached into the bag after being grabbed by the victim, and then he pulled out a knife and stabbed him in the chest. Anthony is now being held on a $1 million bond.
Young Thug, the rapper, just might get his probation revoked because of some viral posts that are sparking backlash against the district attorney's office. Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis said that the rapper engaged in conduct that directly threatens the safety of witnesses and prosecutors and warrants an immediate revocation of probation. The rapper allegedly posted a photo of an investigation along with her home address and her parents' address. Some of the posts include threats to her and her family, as well as threatening the assassination of District Attorney Willis. The Grammy-winning rapper pleaded guilty to gang, drug, and gun charges and has been on probation since October.
It's interesting how you would do that. He was so close to getting off probation.
Right?
In Cicero, Illinois, a Venezuelan man who traveled to the U.S. to save his brother's life was detained by immigration officials. Jose Gregorio Gonzalez came to Illinois to donate a kidney to his younger brother, Jose Alfredo Pacheco, who has end-stage kidney failure. But in March, ICE arrested him outside his brother's home in Cicero. This put the kidney transplant at risk. If Jose Gregorio couldn't donate his brother his kidney, he would have to wait 4 or 5 years for a new kidney, which could be too late. After public outrage and pressure from immigration advocates, ICE agreed to release Jose temporarily. Early April, and will be allowed to stay in the U.S. for 1 year under supervision.
President Trump has increased tariffs to heights that have never been seen before. Trump's new tariff policy puts a new baseline tariff on 10% on all imports and increased China's and Vietnam's tariffs to 54% and 46%. Respectively, these new tariff policies surpass the previous highest tariff policy, which was the Smooth-Holloway Act of 1930, which had an average weighted tariff rate of just under 20%. Trump's new tariffs have an average weight of 24% and is calculated to rise as high as 27%. How this will affect global economy depends on how countries respond.
Susan Crawford has won a seat on the Wisconsin Supreme Court, maintaining a narrow liberal majority despite massive opposition from Elon Musk. Crawford, a Dane County Circuit Judge, defeated Schimmel, a former Republican Attorney General, in a highly expensive and highly watched election. Democrats linked Musk to attempts to buy the election, while Schimmel received Trump's endorsement. Crawford's victory ensures a 4-3 liberal majority on the court, with impactful cases on abortion rights, redistricting, and more looming in the coming term.
Ancient Egyptian rune from 3,800 years ago, found in Israel. 3-year-old Ziv Nitzan found an ancient seal while on a trip with her family to Tel Azekah, an ancient town in Israel. Where the toddler picked up the stone, her parents immediately realized it was something special. After talking to their family, they decided to report it to Israel's Antiquities Authority. The director of Antiquities Authority praised the family for their discovery and will be part of the hunt for other Egyptian artifacts across the country. That's all the news we have for now.
Stay tuned for more news after the break.
Welcome back to ACC Student News. I'm Sasha.
And I'm Kaden, and here are some more stories.
The Indiana Department of Workforce Development has released the list of counties in Indiana that have the highest rates of unemployment, and Northwest Indiana has 5 out of the 7. Lake County ranks second in the state, with the jobless rate in Gary rising to 6.3 from 5.8 last year. The rate rose almost everywhere in Northwest Indiana, but remains unchanged in Crown Point and Hobart. Valparaiso has the lowest unemployment rate of 4.4%, followed by Schererville at 5.4 and Crown Point at 5.8. Of the 12, Lake County ranked second, Stark County 4th, LaPorte County 7th, and Porter County 12th.
The Dyer Fire Department will be launching some new technology thanks to a partnership with the nonprofit project Lifesaver. The organization will provide technology and logistical support that is aimed at helping locate missing individuals with impairments. Project Lifesavers say that each participant will receive an ankle-worn transmitter that sends a signal that firefighters can detect from to a mile away. The unique FM frequently will lead the firefighters to the source of the signal, with hope in reducing hours of search to just minutes. Some participants will be Dyer residents with dementia, autism, traumatic brain injuries, and other disabilities who have history of putting themselves at risk by wandering.
A police officer in upstate New York will not face criminal charges in the fatal shooting of a 13-year-old boy who pointed what turned out to be a BB gun. Naomi was shot and killed after he fled from officers questioning him and another teen on a residential street in Utisa on the night of June 28, 2024. Husney and 2 other officers approached Moy because he matched the description of a suspect involved in an armed robbery. Officer Patrick Husney tackled Moy to the ground and fired a single shot into his chest. The family and other Karon community members have for police to be held accountable, as Moy was already suspended on the ground when he was shot.
The Japanese fast food chain Sakaya is closing all 2,000 of their locations temporarily due to a rat found in their miso soup. The rat was found in January, but only after investigation revealed the rat did they close their location. They labeled it as foreign object contamination, not explicitly saying it was a rat. Another pest was also found in a customer's order at the different location. The owner directly customer refunded the meal.
The death toll from the earthquake that struck Minor nearly a week ago has risen to 3,145, with search and rescue teams continuing to recover more bodies. In addition, 4,589 people have been reported injured and 221 others remain missing, according to the government. Although local media reports indicate that the actual number of casualties could be much higher. The 7.7 magnitude quake hit on March 28th with its epicenter near Mandalay, Myanmar's second largest city. It caused widespread devastation, leveling multiple regions. Humanitarian aid groups are working around the clock to provide medical care, food, and shelter to survivors.
Green Bear remains were found in North Carolina like earlier this year. His wife has been charged with his murder. He was in his second semester of physician's assistant school at university. Police said a well-being check on Bonnell was called in by an employee on January 28. After Bonnell did not attend class, the deputies arrived to his home. They spoke to his wife, who said that he had not seen Bonnell since the day before he was ultimately before human remains were found in a lake. Several weeks later, the remains were identified as belongings to Bonnell. His wife has now been charged with the first-degree murder and felony concealing an unnatural death. Bonnell was shot multiple times. A search of the couple's home uncovered bullet holes in his book bag and laptop.
That's all the news we have for this week.
Make sure the rest of our YouTube follows on Instagram. ACC TV. Oh my God, that was bad.